Alright, to get straight into it, let's talk about Adam Warlock Soulbond. So basically the way Soulbond works is that if you grab a bunch of people that are in range of you when you cast it, it distributes the damage among them. So you might think to yourself, okay, when could this possibly be useful, right? It's a Soulbond, so it distributes the damage, so if one person's getting targeted by a really strong move like a Psylocke ult, maybe it won't do much damage if I get 6 people, as you can see here in it, and it's tickling me, it's doing 10 damage per hit. Well, you might think to yourself, how is Soulbond useful if somebody uses like Iron Man ult or Scarlet Witch ult? Well, I'm going to give you an example here. If I have really good positioning and I Soulbond my team, then get out of the range of Scarlet Witch ult, I will take the distributed damage because I'm not getting hit by her ult, but I'm getting hit by the damage of the ult that my teammates take. So my Strange dies, but my Luna Snow survives, and you can see that in the replay that her health was 1 HP because I barely allowed her to survive, right? So that's how you use Soulbond. You can use it both as an AoE protector and as a solo target move protector, right? That's kind of how you're supposed to do it. But how did I enable this? And I'll go over this later, but that's how you can kind of use it. And I also want to talk about how Adam Warlock heal works, right? So as you saw there, as you can see right here, I'm only healing when people are on critical health. That's the best way to maximize the efficiency of Adam Warlock, right? Because he gets his heal every 5 seconds. And if you get it every 5 seconds, how much does it heal? 328. So that's up to 328 healing every 5 seconds, which could be around 3,600 or a little more per minute, which could be like 36,000 per 10 minutes. But that's in a perfect world where everybody's taking damage and you're maximizing it. People call him a bad healer, but he heals a lot. You just have to use it at the right time, only when your teammates are on critical health, so that your other healers can get ult points off of the useless heals. Because Adam Warlock has impact heals. That's what matters about him. He's a DPS and an impact healer. That's what he really does. So that's when you should be healing, only when your teammates are on critical health, to maximize the efficiency of it and to protect against the backline and to protect against your teammates being assassinated. That's kind of how he works. I also want to talk about Cosmic Cluster. I've been using it a little bit throughout here, but as you can see right off the bat, I'm just trying to farm some damage with it, and I can even execute people. The way Cosmic Cluster works is that if you hit every single Cosmic Cluster and headshot somebody, it's almost always a kill. It's almost always a kill, as long as they're a squishy. You can really use it to one-shot a lot of people. I almost got it right off on their boost banner there. You should be using it in straight lines. When people are moving straight at you, you can farm damage and get a lot. Notice that Adam Warlock, after the buff, has an easy time killing flyers. His chest shots is really all you should be focusing on when you're killing these flyers, because it's super easy to take advantage of that. I want to talk a little bit more about Soulbond in general, because Soulbond is his most important ability. So the way you should be Soulbonding 9 times out of 10 is by focusing on your positioning. Yes, you have to be near people to Soulbond, but that doesn't mean you have to be on top of them. What I mean by this is there will be instances where Groots are about to ult you, but if you don't get grabbed by that Groot ult and then you Soulbond your team, you are effectively saving them from any AoE or single hit damage by just simply absorbing the damage and healing yourself. When you're against an AoE ult, how can you not be there and then Soulbond your team and absorb the damage for them? That's what you really should be thinking about doing. So I'm going to show an example in a sec. As this fight goes on, you can see the Iron Man's dead, he gets rezzed, he has his ult, and he's going to ult my thing who's already dead, but Bucky takes a straight on hit from the Iron Man ult because I Soulbond while barely out of range. Take advantage of that, and me and Mantis absorb all the damage, allowing Bucky to live on basically 70 HP from what would usually be like a 700 damage ult. So I really want to just focus on that. Now I just want to move on to your ult because that's way more important. Your ult is a very useful move. You notice how the cloak ulted in that fight, and I gave up the space completely. I was like, okay, you know what? They're gonna win this fight because we only have one healer ult, and that's Mantis. But I can make my piece. I can do my job by rezzing any teammates that are 1 HP or that are dying in the fight as a result of them having a cloak ult. That's how you should be using Adam Warlock ult. You should be taking advantage of the fact that yes, they're gonna win this fight, but when their healer ult is done, I can use my res to basically nullify anything that happened in that fight. That's how you're supposed to play Adam Warlock. You're supposed to focus on your positioning, not be there, then res your whole team, go back in, weave as a healer and a DPS, and just get so much impact, right? Because Adam Warlock is an impact healer. He's not a constant healer that gets useless heals or just gets passive healing. He's an impact healer. He only heals when people are 1. That's how you're supposed to play the character. I think what I'll do now is I'll just attach some Adam Warlock gameplay so you can get an idea of how to use his ult and his Soulbond and all of the above, and just, you know, get really a feel for his play style. So just enjoy the gameplay footage that I have attached.